Kelly Kennedy here, and I want to talk to you about mind, body, spirit. And I want to talk to you about feel, know, and think. So I'm going to realizing I got to back up the camera a little bit because I want you all to see this. So I've been in this industry of wellness for about 26 years, in practice for 19. And this concept of mind, body, spirit was new when I first got involved in all this for me in the 90s. And I really want people to understand that there's so much talk now about brain heart coherence and how do I feel. And we really have three brains, and we receive a lot of information. We are receivers and generators of information and energy. And what we teach at True Wellness, and we just taught a class last night about emotional regulation, which made me really aware of this, which is why I'm bringing this information to you today. Is that step one is to be aware that we're unconscious. And most of us, as we lean into living present and conscious all the time, it's unusual because we've never really been brought to the awareness that we're pretty unconscious most of the time about most of our lives. Yet we are conscious beings. So there's a dilemma. So if that feels like you, here's the practice we'd like to invite you to share this time with yourself. So step one is awareness. I have other videos. If you're not familiar with 3 steps to change, please go watch that video and watch how that awareness can lead to the next step to help you change. The other video that often is needed prior to that is called the 10 gem rule, which is just getting your body into the quote habit of a deep conscious breath as our first quote line of defense against any kind of stressors, both external and internal. And that's called my 10 gem rule. So if you want to watch that video first and get a semblance of like, okay, I need to start at kindergarten, that's the 10 gem rule. If you're more in grade school, you've been watching your thoughts for a while, then go to the how to change rule. And then the emotional regulation class is like high school. How do I get through that? And now I want to give you some tools that as you become aware of how you're feeling and where the body's holding tightness and stress, I want you to start to, as you take that breath, consider, am I feeling it? Do I know it? Or am I thinking about it? So when we create an awareness of how our body feels, the first thing we're aware of is those emotions that we feel are actually creating tensions, tightness, holds, stress in the body. So our job as facilitators at True Wellness is to help you figure out where in the body that is. So if as you find that, the next step will be, okay, is this something I'm feeling in my gut? Is this something I absolutely know in my heart? Or is this something I'm thinking in what we know as our brain and our minds, which is actually throughout the whole body? So that gives us the next step into this mind, body, spirit alignment, because what you'll hear Kelly Kenny say a lot is I think, feel, and know this. I think, feel, and know that. I think, feel, and know. Or I'll be very clear and conscious and say, I think this, because maybe it's just a thought. Or I will just absolutely know it. I don't know why I know it. I don't have any feelings about it. I just know it. So I'll just say, I know it. And sometimes I'll say, I feel this way or I feel that way. Because the words, we're all spellbound to our words. We all create frequency and generate electricity and momentum with our words. And those frequency words, the energy behind those words, the more conscious we are, the more in alignment we can be with what we're creating in that world of which we live in this physical 3D world. And so my invitation is for you to start to recognize. So number one, can I be present to my body? Am I breathing consciously and can I be aware? Number two, can I start to be aware of what it takes to change? Can I be aware of the tightnesses of my body, make the appropriate steps to release that tension from my body? And step 3 now here is, am I feeling this? Am I knowing this? Or am I thinking this as this new awareness or this, maybe it's not new, maybe this thing, this feeling that I have, this energy that I'm aware of now. That's what it is. This energy that I'm aware of now. Is it an energy that's coming more from my thinker, more from my feeler, or more from my knower? So spend a little time with that over the next few weeks, and I'll make another YouTube short for what you need next. And if there's anything I can do for you in the meantime, please let me know. I want to help you figure out how to connect to this body and be so aware of it, but not caught up in it. Like, I can be aware of my emotions without them holding me. I can hold and release my emotions without my emotions withholding and releasing me. And that is true control. And true, the only control we have is over ourselves and our responses. And so that gives us true freedom. And that's what I want for everybody in 2024, is not only to feel so in love with your body, so in love with your life, so in love with the frequency you've created because you've been conscious about it. You've been doing it for long enough that you're actually reaping the benefits of the rewards of the gap is no longer there because what you created and what you manifested have caught up to each other. And if you're not there, then start with just conscious breath, because consciousness is the new way to evolve. And we consciously are evolving our emotions because that's where we're at. We get to be in this beautiful life, in this beautiful world, and really evolve our emotional bodies and get to really experience all of life. And that's a great gift. Truly, from my heart to yours, this is Kelly Kennedy. And I think, I feel, and I know this is the best time to be alive. See you soon.